Hey everybody, Coach Kennedy here, and welcome to June's edition of Movement of the Month. And this month we're doing these single leg bounds with perturbations. Let's first define the definition of perturbations and bounds for anybody who may not be familiar. A bound is a movement, in this case a lateral movement, where it's jumping, you're creating some distance. So the key would be that I'm jumping as far as I can when I land. How far you jump is irrelevant, but that's a bound. And the key would be to jump further as a progression, of course. And as a regression, don't jump as far. Perturbations, for those who are not familiar, is a disturbance to the body, to your prime movers, big muscles. So I want you to imagine this. You jump, you've landed, and as you land and you're about to stabilize, I apply a quick tap onto your body. The body shakes, all systems have to re-engage, adapt, and then reestablish the new position. So that's your perturbation. Now, today I'm alone, so I don't have anyone who's going to tap me, but hopefully that description gets the point across. Please reach out if you have any questions at all. I will leave you one thing about perturbations. The key here is not to try and attempt to knock the person off onto his or her butt. That is easily done. The key is minor taps to let them work to reestablish that position. As an example, you could be balancing on a Bosu ball just for balance and applying light little taps. The key is not to knock someone off. The key is to have them adapt and readjust. All right, so there's your perturbations, there's your bound. Let's now go into the single leg bound itself. And it can be done at home. As you can see, I'm coming to you from my home here. It can be done in a studio, it can be done outside, in the fitness centers, pretty much anywhere. You can put weighted vests on, you can put weights on your ankles. We can tie resistance bands around our body so that as we laterally bound, there's kind of a pull. You can close your eyes. There are so many modifications. If you want to regress it, you don't need to land on a single leg. You don't need to jump as far. You can just kind of hop over. Everybody can make this exercise applicable to them. So as coaches and trainers, that's your job, regress and progress, and reach out if you have any questions with respect to that. All right, so let's get back to the movement itself. There's a coordination between upper and lower body. I'm not going to be too concerned about the upper body in this case. A lot of people have a hard time coordinating. If you do, don't worry. The point I'm making is that I like to have it contralateral. So as I land, I'm going to land contralateral, but it isn't the biggest deal. What's most important here is the movement, how far we go, how we land. We keep a nice tall spine. That's probably the most relevant part of this exercise itself. So let me show you how I begin here. I'm going to start cocked in this position here. I'll show you a side profile. So that's going to be my starting position right there, okay? So if I'm starting like this, it's left leg, right arm out. Left leg, right arm out. So that as I jump over, it's going to be the opposite position. So as we start here again, if it's left leg, if that's where I'm at, as I cock over, that's where I want to end up in that position there. So here we go. And there's my land. And then I cock again, and there's my land. Now, if I land and you're about to lose balance, there's nothing wrong with creating a kickstand with the other leg and then readapt. So as I land, I get tapped. My goal is to adjust. If I need to touch down, I will. As I jump in a bound, again, there's a bit of a tap, a little disturbance. I have to adopt. And the key is to maintain your balance before you jump again. If you're just quickly going back and forth, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not the purpose of the exercise today. That's just another type of application of the same exercise. So, single leg lateral bounce. Apply the perturbations. If you have any questions, please reach out. Coach Kennedy here. Look forward to coaching you again next month. Have yourselves a wonderful day.